Christmas is one of the most widely celebrated holidays across the globe. But did you know that the way people celebrate can vary greatly depending on where you are? Whether it's through food, unique customs, or family gatherings, each country has its own traditions that make this time of year even more special. Let's take a journey through some of the best and most fascinating Christmas traditions from around the world, and you might find a new tradition you'd love to incorporate into your holiday celebrations. Las Posadas in Mexico. In Mexico, Christmas celebrations start on December 16th with Las Posadas, a 9-day celebration leading up to Christmas Eve. This tradition commemorates Mary and Joseph's search for shelter in Bethlehem, and it involves both adults and children. Participants dress up as Mary, Joseph, and other biblical figures, walking through the streets in a procession, stopping at various houses along the way. At each stop, they sing carols and ask for a place to stay, while the homeowners play the part of the innkeeper, turning him away at first. The procession ends at the last house, where everyone is invited to a festive party filled with food, piñatas, and music. Las Posadas isn't just a beautiful reenactment of the Christmas story, it's a community celebration that brings families and neighborhoods together. It's a wonderful way to reflect on the true spirit of Christmas, one that's centered on hospitality, togetherness, and sharing joy with others. If you're in Mexico or a community that observes this tradition, joining in Las Posadas is a fantastic way to immerse yourself in the holiday season. A delicious Christmas Eve tradition. Italy's Christmas traditions revolve heavily around family, food, and faith. One of the most beloved traditions is La Vigilia, or the Feast of the Seven Fishes, celebrated on Christmas Eve. This tradition stems from the Roman Catholic practice of fasting before Christmas Day, specifically abstaining from meat, which led families to prepare a meal filled with various types of fish and seafood. While the number of fish dishes can vary, 7 is considered the traditional number, representing the 7 sacraments of the Church. The feast is not only a culinary delight, but also a bonding experience for families as they gather to prepare and share the meal together. Dishes like bacala, salted cod, calamari, squid, and gambaretti, shrimp, are staples, and some families even serve seafood pasta and other regional specialties. After the feast, Italians often attend midnight mass before exchanging gifts, creating a festive and heartfelt conclusion to the night. The Feast of the Seven Fishes truly embodies the spirit of Christmas, uniting families with love, food, and tradition. A magical winter wonderland. If you've ever dreamed of experiencing a truly magical Christmas, you might want to visit Germany during the holiday season, where the famous Christmas markets, or Weihnachtsmarkt, transform towns and cities into winter wonderlands. These open-air markets are filled with wooden stalls selling handcrafted goods, delicious treats, and festive decorations. From the first week of Advent, these markets come alive with the scent of mulled wine, Glühwein, roasted chestnuts, and gingerbread cookies, setting a warm and welcoming atmosphere despite the cold. The markets offer much more than just shopping. They're a place where families and friends gather, enjoying the lights, music, and festive cheer. The Nuremberg Christkindlesmarkt is one of the oldest and most famous, drawing thousands of visitors each year. If you're lucky enough to visit a Christmas market in Germany, be sure to try some bratwurst, German sausages, hot chocolate, and seasonal pastries. It's an experience that will fill you with holiday spirit and provide you with some unforgettable memories. A jolly tradition for children. In the Netherlands, Christmas celebrations kick off with the arrival of Sinterklaas, Saint Nicholas, on December 5th. A tradition that is both charming and full of joy for children. Sinterklaas is said to arrive in the country by steamboat from Spain, accompanied by his helpers, the Zwarte Piet, Black Pete, figures. This tradition marks the start of the holiday season, and it's filled with fun and excitement. On the night of December 5th, families gather to exchange gifts, often accompanied by small pones poking fun at the recipient. Children place their shoes out by the fireplace or door, and Sinterklaas fills them with small gifts like chocolate coins and marzipan. The tradition is lighthearted and playful, and it brings families together with a sense of anticipation and joy. While Sinterklaas Day is separate from Christmas, it sets the tone for the season and keeps the festive mood alive throughout December. It's a wonderful tradition that highlights the importance of generosity and fun during the holiday season. Christmas Eve dinner in Poland. In Poland, Christmas is celebrated with deep reverence, especially on Christmas Eve with a meal known as Wigilia. This dinner is traditionally meatless in observance of Catholic customs that call for fasting before the arrival of Christ. The meal typically consists of 12 dishes, representing the 12 apostles, and includes a variety of vegetarian and fish-based dishes such as borscht, beet soup, pierogi, dumplings, and carp. It's a time for families to come together and reflect on the true meaning of Christmas. One of the most touching traditions involves the breaking of opletek, a thin wafer that is shared among family members before the meal begins. As each person breaks a piece of the wafer and exchanges a wish for peace and goodwill, it's a beautiful moment of unity and forgiveness. The evening often culminates in the exchange of gifts, followed by midnight mass. The spirit of Vigilia is one of community, faith, and togetherness, values that are at the heart of Christmas. The Yule Lads in Iceland. Iceland has one of the most unique and whimsical Christmas traditions involving the Yule Lads, a group of 13 mischievous trolls who visit children in the days leading up to Christmas. From December 12th to Christmas Eve, children leave their shoes out by the window, and the Yule Lads fill them with small gifts, but only if the child has been good. If the child has been naughty, they might receive a potato instead. Each Yule Lad has a distinct personality and name, such as Spoon Licker or Door Slammer, and each brings their own brand of mischief to the holiday season. The Yule Lads' antics are a fun way to keep children engaged during the long winter nights in Iceland. In addition to their visits, Icelanders celebrate Christmas with family gatherings, a festive meal, and the lighting of candles. The combination of folklore, family time, and holiday cheer makes Iceland's Christmas traditions both magical and memorable. La Befana's visit. In Italy, particularly in the region of Basilicata, another fascinating Christmas tradition exists in the form of La Befana, the Christmas witch. According to legend, La Befana was invited by the three wise men to visit the newborn Jesus, but she was too busy with her housework. Regretting her decision, she set off in search of the child, bringing gifts to children along the way. On January 5th, the night before the Epiphany, children leave stockings out for La Befana to fill with gifts, sweets, or coal, depending on whether they've been naughty or nice. While La Befana is a fun addition to Italy's holiday celebrations, her presence also highlights themes of kindness, generosity, and forgiveness. The arrival of La Befana is a cheerful and unique way to continue the celebrations of the Christmas season, especially for children who look forward to receiving treats from the magical witch. A festive fast food tradition. In Japan, Christmas is celebrated quite differently, but one tradition that stands out is the enjoyment of KFC for Christmas dinner. This tradition began in the 1970s when the fast food chain launched a successful marketing campaign promoting fried chicken as the perfect Christmas meal. As a result, many Japanese families now order KFC for their holiday meal, with some even reserving their orders weeks in advance to ensure they can enjoy their festive feast. This uniquely Japanese tradition may seem surprising, but it has become an integral part of the Christmas experience in Japan. While Christmas is not a religious holiday in Japan, it's seen as a time to spread happiness and enjoy special moments with loved ones. It's a fascinating example of how different cultures adapt and put their own spin on holiday celebrations. As we've seen, Christmas is celebrated in a variety of ways around the world, from the lively processions of Las Posadas in Mexico to the sunny Christmas barbecues in Australia. Each country has its own way of bringing families and communities together, embracing the true spirit of the holiday season. Whether it's through food, folklore, or shared moments of joy, these traditions remind us that Christmas is about more than just gifts. It's about love, kindness, and togetherness. Thanks for joining me on this global holiday journey. If you enjoyed learning about these fascinating Christmas traditions, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to MoneyWiseWanderer for more amazing content like this. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you and your family.